We're on to Course 4, which happens to be my second favorite course in the game. Course 6 is number 1 in case you were curious. I really love Course 4 because it showcases and is based around one of my favorite abilities in the game, the rarely seen nowadays Tornado ability. Gotta love how none of the Kirby games nowadays are using this, but then again, I guess in Kirby's Adventure it was totally awful. Anyways, the Tornado ability is really cool. For this first hole, we're going to want to swing around this bunker to get to it, and then I'll explain what it does. Gotta love the puzzle background we've got going there. This is the Jigsaw stage. Anyhow, when you first activate Tornado, you get a speed boost and you hover in the air for a moment, and after you land, you are allowed to control Kirby's movement here with the left and right buttons on the D-pad. So that was a pretty easy hole-in-one once you figure out how to control Tornado, because for a beginner it's not an easy ability to control, since pushing right turns clockwise, I think, or something to that effect. I always forget which direction is clockwise. Even though the literal definition of clockwise is the direction the clock hand moves in. Anyhow, this course is going to be all about testing your mettle with the Tornado ability. So for this hole, we're going to grab those two broom enemies and then hopefully get the squishy. Yeah, we got it. Unfortunately, while you're in the air, you cannot turn, and the Tornado ability puts you in the air for just a moment before you land and have the ability to turn. That's why I missed that enemy and could not get a hole-in-one on hole 2. Also, there was a button there to turn on the swirly tiles. They can be effective when using the Tornado ability because if you turn them on and hit them, it'll keep the Tornado going and you can still turn, even if for just a little bit more. It might just be the boost you need. So for this hole, we're going to do something a little creative. We can see this hole is going to take advantage of a property of the Tornado that I just now described to you. Anyhow, I mentioned that when you use Tornado, you hover in the air slightly, which allows us to avoid that swirly tile. And then I bounce off the wall and come right back into the hole. Easy hole-in-one. And the best part is I skipped the stone power. I don't want the stone power for the next few holes. It has no use whatsoever as far as I can tell. At the very least, if you do get the stone power, then you're going to miss a couple of hole-in-ones. Next up is another test of your dexterity. We have lots and lots of squishy enemies, and we're going to use the Tornado to grab every last one of them, swing right in between the two Gordos. You gotta be very careful because if you hit a Gordo, you lose whatever ability you happen to have active at the moment. Like, you don't lose the ability permanently, but you stop being a Tornado, I guess. It's, I lost count of how many that was. 5... Okay, that's 5. Just the hole now. Very simple hole-in-one. I love how this is a skill-based course. We are halfway through the course and we have only used 5 shots. I think. Right, 5 shots. So I think the requirement is either 14 or 15 shots. Also, this is another awesome hole. All the hole-in-ones on this course are totally rad. So we have a new power, the needle, but we're not going to use it on this hole. I'm going to activate the Tornado before I hit the first needle enemy. That way I don't lose, well, I technically don't lose Tornado until next hole. Anyhow, I grab the first needle, swing into the arrow tile, and then come back around here, bump into Wispy Woods, and bounce into the hole. Wispy Woods takes one for the team yet again. He gets bumped into a lot in this game, but it's all for the benefit of me getting a hole-in-one, so thanks, Wispy Woods, we love ya, except we hate you. Okay, hole 6, there is a way to get a hole-in-one on this hole, but a normal person could never do this. This is TAS only. Like, can you tell what you're supposed to do for a hole-in-one? Well, you're supposed to, like, it requires basically perfect timing because you're supposed to hit the Gordo, get the exact correct angle and timing, and watch a TAS video. Fortunately, with a needle ability, we can take I take the safe option here and just take 3 shots with the needle ability. The needle ability stops you cold in your tracks, much like the stone power. However, it has 2 differences from the stone power. If you use needle on a slope, then you stop completely on the slope and make your next shot from there. It's a sticky power. 6 holes in and we only have 9 shots taken. The other property of the needle is that if you use it in the air, you still have your air velocity. You don't stop and drop, like with stone. Anyhow, here's another interesting hole. I kind of show how to get the hole-in-one without actually getting the hole-in-one. If that made any sense. We just have to take the very, very precise angle here and then get the exact amount of power for a hole-in-one. Unfortunately, this method means you miss the chill power, or freeze power, or whatever, but you probably wouldn't want it anyhow. So you can see the path we need to take there. I almost got in the hole. Almost. You can see that I was very, very close. So maybe with a little extra power that would have worked, but it's a risky strat, but 2 shots is very, very good. 7 holes in and we've only taken 11 shots. I think we have a 4-shot window. And this is, I like to call this the special tee shot hole because it kind of wants you to just shoot without thinking. Well, you would have to think. You have to get past the Gordos by bouncing off that trampoline and get over the water. This is why you would have wanted the freeze power, but we don't have that here. So we're gonna have to, well, basically copy the task again. Full top spin, almost full power, bounce on the trampoline, and 1 enemy and 2 enemies. Now let's see how close I get to the hole. Not very far off from the hole. The hole-in-one requires that you angle that specifically, but I don't know how it works. I don't have it memorized. So that was a very, very easy gold medal. I'd be surprised if, well, I suppose getting a gold medal in this course relies on you being good with Tornado for those first 5 holes, and then being very, very safe in the next 3. So that was course 4. Very much fun, easy gold medal, and I enjoyed playing it a lot. Next up is the 5th course, which is very much not enjoyable in the slightest, so that'll be fun to watch. It'll be fun to watch me, bouncing around everywhere and getting my butt kicked, except I'm still gonna get a gold medal because this is an all gold medal run.